Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome to Sam Talks Cars episode 9, where I go through your comments from the previous episode. So first thing to do, comment in today's video and I'll talk about it next week. Anything really in the automotive industry, that's kind of the idea. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. But let's go through last week's comments and talk about them today. So first comment. Hi Sam, thought you'd be interested in this. I ordered my Mark 8 Golf R in March 2021 with Performance Pack, DCC and Winter Pack in white. RRP around 43,000, but with dealer and VW contributions, OTR price was 38,725. I then put £3,500 down, also leaving finance of around 34,310. Car arrived end of September 2021. I decided 2 weeks ago, while prices are still crazy and now working from home, I would look at selling, and we back offered 40 grand. And VW 41,500. I thought it was worth selling as I'm not driving it much, and looking again at a new car in a year or two when new cars become more available. WeBack emailed me to say the value had gone up, and when I checked was now offering 43,000. I went up today, and as the car is spotless with 2,000 miles, was offered the full 43,000 minus £75 admin fee. So sad as I am to sell it, made sense, and I have revived nearly £9,500 back, which take back my deposit and payments is £4,500 I've made to enjoy the car for 3.5 months. Basically, I've been paid by VW the contributions to drive the car. Thinking I'll get a Mark 5 GTI and then I'll look at a Mark 8R and hopefully there's more colour options available. Keep up the good content, Aaron. Thank you so much for the comment. Really great insights for you to actually share the figures there and the actual numbers, just to give people an idea of what's kind of happening. And yeah, I think first thing that kind of strikes me is the spec that your Mark 8 Golf R is in. Performance Pack DCC. Really great options. That straight away makes your car more valuable. Straight away. You got it at a very good price. Yes, you're financing a car, £34,000 to finance. You're going to have interest on that. There's no getting out of that. But, you haven't lost any money and you've made a little bit of money. So that's fantastic. But obviously we are in a little bit of an anomaly with these type of cars at the moment. But thank you so much for sharing that and supporting the channel as well. With that sort of detail, I think it'll really help others. So thank you so much. Next comment. Hi Sam, I own a Mark 7.5 GTI, but recently I've had two unwanted braking issues from the front assist radar. I describe myself as a smooth driver and anticipate the road ahead well to avoid unnecessary braking. However, recently my car has decided to put the anchors on, thinking I'm going to crash into the car in front. I'd be very interested to know how other subscribers have their front assist radar configured. Mine is now set to late, but after a recent service it appears to have been switched back to medium. I love my car, but this is one bugbear I have experienced with some unexpected braking incidents that are really unnerving. We'd appreciate any feedback anyone has on the issue. Thank you very much indeed. So thank you so much for the comment. Anyone who can help that out, comment below and we'll talk about it next week. I have to be completely honest with you. I've never had any issues with my front assist radar. It works well with the adaptive cruise control. It primes the brakes if it thinks you're gonna crash into the back of someone. But I haven't really experienced that too much and had any problems with it, if I'm honest. And if you actually want to turn all that stuff off, if you turn traction control off, which I sometimes do on my R, it kind of cuts out the issue completely. Because I haven't had any issues, I can't really help you too much myself, but obviously my subscribers might be able to as well. But based on the fact that it sounds like you've owned the car for a little bit of time and it's different to what it was at first, it sounds like there could be a problem with your front assist radar. I know that's kind of quite a common thing that can go wrong with these Mark 7s, so might be worth getting it checked out by VW. I know you just had a service there, but it's probably worth bringing it up to them. Yeah, thank you so much for the comment, and yeah, keep us up to date with how it goes. Next comment. Hi Sam, I've seen a new RS3 Vorsprung on Auto Trader for over £75,000 with every option ticked. I spec the same car on the Audi UK configurator for £66,000. That included carbon ceramics and front rear dash cam. It makes you wonder where dealers get these figures from. So thank you so much for the comment. £75,000 for an Audi A3 is nothing short of scary, particularly in the sort of economic climate we're kind of living in with everything going on. Yeah, really scary. It's obviously above retail, as you just heard from the RS3 owner. It's just going to be amplified. The higher you go up, the bigger the gap becomes. It's just done in percentages, basically. Yeah, that's too much money. I personally think even 66,000 is too much. It's not necessarily the dealer's fault. It's supply and demand. They wouldn't put it up for that price. They wouldn't get the money for it. They're not about having a car sit on their dealership forecourt for, a year. They'd want it shifted within a few months or whatever. And also they can afford probably a bit of leeway in terms of dropping it. But yeah, I just think it's crazy, and you know, but if people pay it, people pay it. It's as simple as that really. But thank you so much for the insight. Next comment. Hi Sam, do you think that VW will bring out a special edition Golf R for a final sending off, and the same with the RS3? What are your thoughts? So thank you so much for the comment. Great question. I really hope they do. I think they will. I think they'll do it as like a marketing exercise. So like what you saw with Ford, like Focus RS editions, even with VW, like the 40th to 45 edition, look how much that's gone up in value. They will do something special. They haven't actually done really anything special with the R, to my knowledge, since it kind of came out and it was introduced. So maybe it's due one, particularly as now it's going to eventually go away from a petrol engine soon. RS3, I don't know how high they can go. I mean, it's already spec'd with like full carbon and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'd hope for the Golf R they could fit a 2.5 litre 5-cylinder in the Golf R, but we'll have to see. Yeah, let's fingers crossed. Let's see if it happens, and if it does, I'll share on the channel. But thank you so much for the comment. Next comment. Hi Sam, I commented a few weeks ago. I've had a Mark 8 GTI on order since last year, which was due for delivery in October 21. I've been informed today that my vehicle has still not been allocated a build week and is currently estimated for delivery in June 2022, over a year since I ordered. I've got an Audi A4 Black Edition arriving next Friday, so I'll be cancelling the order, as I've been waiting way too long and the customer service from VW hasn't been great. So thank you so much for the comment. I do remember you talking about your A4 Black Edition. That's a cracking car, really, really great car, big fan. And having driven the base Mark 8 GTI, which you'll see in yesterday's video, yeah, it's also a great car. But you know, you've got to make the right decision, and it sounds like you have, so kind of no looking back. June is a long time away, to be honest. Life is very short. And you know, you don't really particularly with like these everyday cars, I always think like that type of time frame is probably too long. If it was like a Cayman GT4 I was waiting for, I'd wait, and obviously I'd have a daily on the side. When it's just a car that you'd use every day and potentially you don't have another car on the side, you know, a year to wait is a very long time. But thank you so much for sharing, and yeah, keep us informed on how you find your A4 Black Edition, because I would be interested to know, and thank you for the comment. Next comment. Can you do a new update video on the current value of Shmi 150's garage? I think it'd be really cool. So thank you so much for the comment. Yes, I did do a video back in November where I just estimated the value. I went through all the data kind of from Auto Trader and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I estimated his car value at about £3.5 million, which is pretty crazy, pretty insane. As far as I'm aware from the videos that I've seen, I don't think he's had any new cars in since then. I know he's got a few cars due, like I think the Ferrari SF90, Lotus Emira, he's got that Zenvo, and probably some more. You know, I'll lose track completely. So yeah, for sure, a future video, but only once he kind of takes delivery of those cars and it kind of makes sense. But yes, content to come for sure, and yeah, exciting collection, no doubt about that. Next comment. Hi Sam, was told yesterday my Mark 8 Golf R won't be here until end of March, April, ordered in June, still driving a TCR, so I'm enjoying my car. So thank you so much for the comment. I've driven the TCR 2 last year. It was one of my favourite cars I've driven. Drove it plenty of times actually from 2 different owners. So yeah, you've got a great car there. March and April isn't too far away, you know, a couple of months from where we are now, and yeah, you'll enjoy that too. So yeah, nothing too much to worry about, you're in a good position, but thank you for sharing. Next comment. Many American cars have 10-speed automatics, especially the new Ford Mustang, new GM cars and more. The 2 cars I know that have 10-speed automatics in the UK are the Ford Mustang and Lexus LC. So thank you for the comment. This is based on last week's stuff. Yeah, that sounds right for the American market. On the Ford Mustang though, I'm actually driving the Ford Mustang 5 litre towards the end of this month in January 2022, and really looking forward to kind of sharing bits on that, as well as like the Focus ST, the Mark IV, which I'm looking forward to trying on track. But yeah, thank you so much for the comment. Next comment. One thing we should chat more about is high performance estates. There are a few examples of this: the Audi RS6, Mercedes E63S, CTS. I quite like them because you get good performance and a lot of practicality. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of high performance estates. I probably prefer them to SUVs, if I'm honest. And yeah, I think they're absolutely great. They're fantastic, certainly for the future. If I had a family, when I have a family, hopefully in the future, it would be great to kind of use them. I've always been a huge fan of estates. I do think once you get into RS6 and E63 money, when you're talking about £100,000 or $130,000 in the States, big money here. You're talking crazy amounts of money on a car that is, you know, has wear and tear. It's a liability at the end of the day. It's not an asset. And I think Chris Harris is a good example. He had the E63S, loved it, but then he was getting quoted like a £15,000 like service package to like replace his obviously carbon ceramics and all this kind of stuff, and it just becomes stupid. And I think he settled with just some like older estate in the end. I'd think more like the Mark 8 Golf R estate, which I'd love to try, hopefully when it comes out. If anyone's getting one, share it with me. I'd love to share that on the channel. And actually on that note, if you have any cars or know anyone who has like an A45S, RS3, 718 Cayman, that kind of thing, and you trust me to drive the car and then I'll hopefully share it with you guys on the channel, yeah, please reach out, email me or DM me on Instagram. All the information's in the description, and I'll share that content with you. But yeah, I thought I'd add that in there. But yeah, for me, I think like Focus ST estate, I think that's probably a good balance because you get a decent amount of performance, 280 horsepower, and not crazy price, like 30 grand, that kind of money. I think that makes more sense in an estate personally. But yeah, big fan of them. Thanks for commenting. Next comment, the Leon is basically the Golf GTI Spanish brother. It is indeed. It is essentially in the same VW and Audi group, and it's just slightly cheaper. It's the same car basically. So thanks everyone so much for the comments. Please comment in today's video and it will be shared in next week's episode. And don't forget to like the video because that really does help the YouTube algorithm. If I get 200 to 300 views for this video, if you all like the video, yeah, it would just be one of my most liked videos I've ever had in the sort of 4 years I've done. So please do like the video. It makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching.